and I figured I would show you guys how to fix these cracks. I'm going to do these a little bit different than I've done others that you've seen. Typically I'll make a piece and bend it both directions and put it in the corner and weld it in. But on the deck lid, since it's when you have the deck lid open, this is a very focal area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a little strip and I'm going to put it up behind here and then just weld it in, and I'll spot it here and here. Strengthens it up a little bit, but makes it cosmetically look pretty original. So let me show you how that works. So I eyeballed these two pieces out, cut them. Then what I'll do is I'll bend this straight. And this one I'll probably just use some needle nose. See how this works. Might have to do a little bit of hammering here. Clamp this guy up underneath the crack, like that. Then I'll hold that with some needle nose, or with probably just with the needle nose. Weld it in place. I might use my pliers. Let me see. I got that. Hang on a second, I'll show you. Alright, so this is what I was going to use here. It's come out a little bit nicer. That way I can wrap around. I'll hold that in place for me really nice. Give it a little weld. Put a couple spots here and there. Then we're looking good. Get this one here straightened out. Sometimes you can use the needle nose, sometimes you got to use a hammer. You have to look at each thing, figure out what's going to work. So then that's straight. I'll do the same thing over here. I'll just put that in place, the piece of metal placed behind. Let's give it a little weld and see how it looks. Alright, so here's what I ended up with. I tried to make sure I burnt through the first layer. That comes out, hopefully you guys can see that okay. This thing tends to get out of focus sometimes. There it goes. Tried to burn through here enough to where it got the metal. Then I welded here and there. Now when I grind this down, you really won't see anything, signs of repair or anything like that. This is kind of a hidden repair. Since it didn't really crack all the way into the surface over here much, I'm looking at it now. Might hit it a little bit more on this one. Got just a little bit further than what I welded. So of course I used the burn through method. You know, those guys are new subscribers. What you do with this is to go on this unclean metal. What you do is you have to hit it with your arc, with your MIG welder once. And then it burns the paint off. Just kind of hit it a little bit and then let that burn for a second, and then wait about 2 seconds and then go ahead and weld. And what that does is that keeps the paint from getting into your puddle. So it does work okay. It's not the best way to weld, but you know, I don't really want to make all that noise right now, so it doesn't need. Oh, got one more over here. There's always cracks on these old deck lids, especially the ones that don't have the support here. There's always cracks, so look them over really good. Better get that one fixed too. Alright, so this is what I ended up with here. And I got this one fixed. I didn't try to get this little shape here. It's real common for them to break in these places. Usually going to be 2 or 3 cracks around the back. So then I got this one here, got that bump welded up, and I'll just grind these down flat and make that all look real nice. And then I'll go ahead and finish up the body work on this thing and go ahead and get it primed. I guess I'll use might not use epoxy primer on this one. I might just go ahead and prime it and then finish it up, paint it, just put it back on the car. That way it's got some protection. And then take a look at that color and see if I like it, make sure it looks right. It's got to look like original. or my colors all look real original. I like everything to look like it was like originally, because this is a pretty rare color. This Fontana Gray didn't make that many in US. I heard they were mostly German. So we'll see how it looks when it's done, and I'll show you that a little bit later. Not today probably, but I'll have it done in the next couple days and let you guys take a look at it along with some of the SO23 stuff.